we need to keep in mind that we have been in the Christian tradition, especially since the Reformation, somewhat focused on doctrinal differences rather than on the spiritual journey itself or practicing the gospel. So there has developed in recent years what Hauser, a Jesuit who taught at Creighton University for years, describes as the Western model of spirituality, as opposed to a scriptural model of spirituality. So this development, of course, has had historical implications and has arisen from an overemphasis on our activity. Of course, the Christian tradition has always had a concern about works and grace and how do they relate. Well, here's a way of explaining it that inspired by Hauser's book In the Spirit, which goes like this. The Western model basically is a model of spirituality or of seeing the Christian experience as the self outside of God. Earlier parts of the tradition, and in the tradition of the great mystics, Pseudo-Dionysius, a cloud of unknowing, Ruysbrock, and especially Eckhart and the Dominicans and the Beguines, and then the Carmelites, and the whole history is about, of mysticism, is about self in God. So there's a basic conflict in Christianity itself, and it's especially prominent in our day, when for the last couple of hundred years, priests and hence bishops have never been taught anything about the contemplative dimension of the gospel or the Christian mystical tradition. The most you can find in a university or a seminary is the history of spirituality. But this is terribly important. I don't think you can have a spiritual life without grasping the implications of the scriptural model.